Okay. Ah, my neck. Alright, now we fix that. What is up, people? It is your boy Dark. We are here. We are alive. And we're doing some stuff. I'm not gonna lie, initially I was like considering what the hell am I gonna do today? Considering yesterday I was off, but I basically dedicated the majority of the day to writing this bit on my Akame ga Kill story. Finish that. So now I'm like, yay! I've done my writing for the year. At least in terms of that. But it's all good though. So like I said, I was like contemplating this morning, going like, do I want to stream? Do I not want to stream? Because I like stayed up till fucking midnight last night finishing this fucking entry I was writing for that Akame ga Kill story, and I'm like, But then I'm like, you know what? I have a good reason to stream. We still gotta work on fucking Traum. Also, hello there, Goblin Slayer, and Yaya. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm horrible with names. How are we doing? It's still technically morning here. And as I'm waiting on your replies, I'll just continue. So yeah, like I said, I'm like, you know what? Let's work on Traum. F it. So, more or less, that's the plan for the whole day. Just call me Lucas. Okay, fair enough. Until I forget. Actually, do I have a way? I think I got a way to... Do I? No, I don't. Damn it. Okay. Not too bad so far. Overall, and thanks for the subscription there. Like I said, I'm kind of just contemplating on going like, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna... Sounds good to me. We're just gonna work on Traum more or less all day. Now, granted, I am gonna take breaks. Like, for example, I think we're gonna go for... maybe 2 hours. Oh my god, all these people are subbing. Holy shit. Hello there, all the people that just magically fucking subscribe there. How are we doing? Oh god, they just keep coming. They're everywhere. I'm being invaded. But yeah, I do intend to take breaks just to get some stuff done, but this is going to be the majority of the day, working on Traum. Lucas, dude. I got you. Is that all your sub accounts? I'm kidding. But anyway. So I know we're on section 17 now. Charlemagne, the real one, showed up. And we fought off the church because the church invaded us. And I guess we're going on the counterattack? Question mark? That's where we left off last time on this story. And Don had a good moment. Yeah, he fucking grew a pair and stood up to Constantine, which was cool. Okay, we're starting with the insane hot one. I'm telling you, just on looks alone, Siegfried doesn't deserve this. She is very hot for how Siegfried is in this game. Like, he got fucking spoiled marrying this one. And not only that, again, she's so devoted, she spent like God knows how many years after he was fucking killed to revenge kill all the people the main person involved in his murder. I'm like, Siegfried, Kriemhild is too good for you. She's hot and she's devoted. I'm like, the man won with this one. He won the fucking game with this bitch. I'm still concerned she's got soul edge, though. Even though I know it's a different sword, but still, this looks like fucking soul edge to me. Anyway. Zhang Jue, do you know about her master? What would happen if I said I did? I could torture the answer from you, unless you'd still refuse to talk. Even then... Sorry, that was worded weirdly. I could torture the answer from you unless you still refuse to talk. Even then... That's worded weirdly. I feel that was a translation error. Because that came off to me of, I'm just gonna fucking torture you, regardless of your answer. That's what got out of that. Oh no, I'm happy to talk. I'm sure you are. I've been watching you this whole time, and I've never once seen you do anything to curry favor with our master. I know you're plotting something, however harmless you are acting. Just who is our master, anyway? A good question. I wonder what'll happen to me for saying this. Oh well, I think I can get away with it today. In brief, yeah, they represent all of humankind. Tiamat? What? I'm afraid that's the best answer, if not the only one. I can come up with better answers than you, old man. The time may come when you can understand that, or perhaps it may not. Either way, we rebel against proper human history. As long as you remember that, there should be no problem. Well, no matter. Yeah, he kind of has Shadow Clone Jutsu, but Taoist version. That's why the old man's alive. Because, like, the way he died was, like, weird when his body disintegrated the way like that. I'm, like, looking at that going, like, this is a fucking fake, isn't it? And then when Holmes is like, yeah, Zhang Jue's probably alive. I'm like, of fucking course he is. And then he popped up later going like, where am I? What is this? I like pudding. If you get the reference, you get the reference. But anyway. The Singularity itself, though, is basically, you got 3 different factions of servants that are fighting and rebelling against proper human history. Kriemhild's faction, which I jokingly call as Mordor, basically wants to destroy everything. That's essentially what their faction's all about. It's just rage against the machine and burn everything to the fucking ground. The Church, which is what I call Constantine's faction, wants to rewrite proper human history to make this false pope become fact. Because their whole faction revolves around Pope Jonah, which is like a female pope that people originally thought existed for real, and then they're like, scholars are like, yeah, no, this person never really existed. This is just a fabrication. So their entire being is to try and rewrite proper human history to make it where she actually was a person. And then there's the third faction, which is Constantine's, which is the only faction that is allied with proper human history and trying to keep things as they are and not fucking destroy the entire board. King of Destruction, his name was Linda or something. So, that's what it comes down to. 3 factions. One wants to burn everything. The other faction wants to rewrite things. And the third faction wants to keep shit as it is. Yeah, that's basically what the Singularity's about. So, it's an interesting concept because, again, every fucking person in the Singularity is a servant. Are you talking about Attila? What's up, Art Attack? How you doing? Are you talking about Attila? Attila the Hun Hun? See, they made Attila in this game very unique in terms of her story, because she relates to another creature that popped up during the wee early age of humanity, who showed up to basically kill everything and ended up destroying like 90% of the deities that were on Earth and like the majority of the population before the fairies of all fucking creatures forged Excalibur, gave it to a human, and that human was like, I'ma fire my fucking laser, and kills the creature in one shot with Excalibur. And then that creature, like, exploded into, like, 3 different pieces, and one of them is the Attila in this game. So the Attila in this game is, like, a fragment of a creature that almost destroyed the planet thousands of years ago. And she also has the Sword of Mars or something, but yeah. Which is that rainbow sword thing. Fate lore is kind of weird, but that's why I'm like, she's kind of weird and unique. It's definitely weird what they did with Attila. Now I want to see a writer version of Attila that actually looks like the fucking Hun we expected. And be like, yes, I was the show body. It's fucking wild. Mucus. Anyway. But yeah, Autotech, how you be, my guy? How you doing? Let's see, I already read this one. Anyway. The final battle is nearly upon us. We'll be facing the Reinstatement Realm as they fall back after decimating the Righteous Realm. Both Constantine and Jonah will be tired from their expedition. I'm sure they'll remain vigilant. So are you certain this attack will overwhelm them? That I can answer with an unqualified yes. Still, if one of them shields the other, the one being protected will probably survive. How romantic. I love that sort of thing. Oh? If I had to guess, I thought you'd said you would hate it. On the contrary, I think it's wonderfully disgraceful. Care to wager on which one of them it'll strike? No, thank you. It's that very disgracefulness that requires that you take these outcomes seriously. Alright, let's get started. Oh, are they gonna fire those tower thingies that we found before? As you wish. Activating the heavy bombardment puppeteer puppet archer. Understood. Servant archer class. Activating at maximum power. Target. The Reinstatement Realm Army. Distance. 21.3 kilometers. Maintaining marching speed of 9 kilometers per hour. Leg restraints locked. Channeling magical energy. Now to send out the decoys. Are they going to launch a missile? Basically. But you forget, Goblin. Every one of these servants is basically the equivalent of a ballistic fucking missile. Just about each of them have the firepower of a ballistic fucking missile. The yellow turban puppet soldiers have begun their assault, transitioning from marching to attacking formation. Activate decoy magical energy pulse. Okay, what's up, Inferno? They'll never notice a magical energy signal that far away if they see a combined sacred sword and demonic bow activate nearby. Been here since 9, but I'm also at work. Fair enough. Magical energy charge complete. Activating Noble Phantasm. All hands, evacuate the floor. Stand back! Let's go, Lady Grimhild. No, I'll stay here. 9 minutes. Anyhow, how you doing, my man? You know, another day. Feels good to finally finish that one entry I was writing for a little bit. Now it could be like, yay, I could break for the rest of the year when it comes to writing for the most part. My queen? These kinds of things are better witnessed from up close, don't you think? Personal safety be damned, I want to see the explosions. Grimhild, my crazy fucking girl. Wants to fucking witness the launch of basically a motherfucking magical cannon up close and personal, being like, I just want to see the explosions. And I guess I'll do the same. The rest of you, get out of here. Fuck personal safety, we want to see the boom. Summon purpose, unknown. Materialization purpose, unknown. Full functionality shutdown, denied. Full functionality activation, denied/approved. I'm sorry, what the fuck? He was, in a word, a weapon. He used to speak like a human and even tried to act like a human. But both his appearance and his power kept him far from the human world. So of course, it only made sense that he would be treated like a machine. He sighed. Cyborgs have androids have feelings too, guys. He did not know why he was here. He did not know why he was about to fire his noble phantasm. He didn't even know who his arrow was pointed at. Neither did he understand nor care to know. And so, he solemnly... my fucking back. Anyway. Solemnly, but methodically... Probably. I don't know, meticulously. I know that ain't the word, but fuck it. Activated his noble phantasm. He was a servant, archer class. His true name was Shinzen Hachimo Tametamo. Tametamo, what? Oh, it's Mecha Man. Oh, he's got some shroudage. Oh, there it is. See, now it's a completely different name. He's a Miyamoto. I swear to God, Fate has a fucking tendency to make all the Japanese people have mecha bullshit these days. It didn't start off like that, but the last few fucking Japanese servants that have been appearing are like, we're gonna be fucking mecha. It's like, why? Especially because you fucking people existed in like the 12th century. Why? It's bad enough the fucking Greek servants were like mecha people because how they treated the fucking gods, but still. Like, it's like Fate's going through a mecha phase. Alright, let me see. What voice should we do for Mecha Man here? With this indomitable steel bow, I shall lay waste to all before me. Oh god, how do you even say this? Gochin Yumiharizuku. Zuki, whatever the fuck you pronunciate that. Oh, I know, impersonate me. I don't think I can. Moonlight Cannon. Fire! I don't know, man. They just got a fucking fetish. Oh, we got an animation. Okay, let's see. Damn, you really fired a fucking laser cannon. Laser cannon arrow. There was once a legend. It told of a ship that split asunder and sank by a single arrow that was split asunder. Interestingly, that arrow was not aimed at the ship. It was aimed at a single passenger. It sank the entire ship because the archer firing it strove for maximum destructive power, thereby ensuring his target's death. Fucking guy channeling his inner strength to kill one person sinks an entire fucking ship with a single arrow. Was the ship made of paper mache? And Primhild had chosen as his arrow's next target the frail female Pope. Damn, Pope gonna get shot with the fucking laser cannon arrow. Oh yeah, I got 2 of those, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna do that just cause. And then I got all these fucking apples anyway. Phew. This isn't good. I feel as though I'm returning in defeat. Why don't we change the subject? Charlemagne. He's a servant of proper human history. So I know I have to settle the score with him eventually. But we've already grounded the Righteous Realm forces down as much as we can. And now that his soldiers know that he is on proper human history's side, he may lose as much as 90% of his servants. Constantine? It's safe to assume the Righteous Realm will never regain its former strength, no matter how much time passes. So perhaps we should focus on the Revenge Realm, especially now that Zhang Jue is out of the picture. Constantine! Oh, I'm sorry, Jonah. Was I ignoring you? Yes, you were. Another 5 seconds and I would have stomped on your foot. That would have been annoying. But how would that work if he's wearing iron boots? Anyway. Oh, yawning. No, bad. Okay. I'm truly sorry. Oh, alright. I'll forgive you. Psych! Was she pinching at his sides now? Ow! Wow. I'm surprised you actually went through with it, Pope Jonah. Oh, what? Actually, no, wait. Did she stop right under his foot? Of course I did. I'm the Pope. I'll always give 3 times as good as I get. Archbishop Trelpin was like this too. I guess there's a reason historical holy figures are all, you know, power is power. Oh god, I'm getting Saint Martha vibes. Well, of course there is. I never heard of anything like that from my clergy. At any rate, you should know that I just now got a premonition. A bad one. Bertamonte. Yes, sir. All units, defensive positions! I'm detecting magical energy. We're surrounded! It's the Yellow Turban Army. The Yellow Turban puppets. What the? Those are Zhang Jui's Yellow Turban soldiers? Archer reporting in. I'm seeing about 100 yellow turbans. Only 100? That's nothing. That's literally nothing. These fuckers would spam their armies in the thousands. Minimal. They have us surrounded, but we can force our way through. Stay on your guard. Zhang Jui is alive. There bound to be more of those. Bound to be more where those came from. And here comes the arrow of death. Huh? The sky turned red. This means the Revenge Realm? They're advanced this far? Damn it! Detecting an enormous magical energy signal nearby. It's either a phantasmal level creature or an anti-army noble phantasm. So they're using their trump card already. Stay vigilant! Be on the lookout for servants nearby! No, wait. Something's not right. This is all wrong. A noble phantasm! Constantine, block it! Constantine trusted Jana with his life. He didn't hesitate for a moment. He activated his noble phantasm almost the instant Jana spoke. Theodeus! Constantinople! Even though I don't know how to fucking say it in the... I know he's like Theodos Constantine, but he's summoning fucking Constantinople. Is she gonna die? I don't know. Right now, Constantine is summoning the fortress walls of Constantinople. Constantine's noble phantasms recreated the walls of Constantinople. A nigh impenetrable 3-layered bulwark that defended the Byzantine Empire until its fall. I mean, its weakness is cannons. So we'll see. Also, Inferno, that shit is cursed. That is my response to what you just sent me. The 3-layered bulwark walls of Constantinople defends you against everything except big fucking cannons. Guess what's being shot at you now? A big fucking arrow with the firepower to sink ships. These holy walls of the highest rank offered absolute protection against long-range attacks. Unless you have a giant fucking cannon. They would not permit a single attack to pass, even should it stretch to the heavens themselves. The servants let out a cheer. The yellow turbaned puppets, soldiers, were now no more than walking sandbags. Weren't they already? But the Pope was an intelligent woman, and soon realized what was actually happening. Oh, it's after me. Artillery. I choose the big fucking cannon that Mehmed VII used to break this shit. Oh yes, and they mentioned that too. According to legend, Constantine's 3-layer bulwark fell because someone forgot to lock a single gate. Yes and no. It also was breached by the giant fucking cannon. But yeah, it supposedly was also because some assholes forgot to lock a gate when they chose to sally out like retards. Oh, this music's cool. Rock out to this for a moment. I like that opera kind of fucking sing, but anyway. Whether or not the legend was true wasn't what mattered. What mattered was that it existed. And so, there would always be a gap in those defenses. Even if it was no bigger than the eye of a needle. So you're fucking telling me that this noble phantasm specifically has a weak spot because of a legend that may or may not be true. Ah. Now there's the singing again. But that sucks. You have a fucking defense noble phantasm, but you have a fucking gap. Alright. Well, thanks for stopping by. I say cat. Well, thanks for stopping by, Inferno. I do appreciate it. I'll be more or less on all day, give or take. John understood the arrow aimed at her would use this gap to reach its target. Jesus fucking Christ, did this archer a plan for every fucking possible move? What a conundrum this is, she thought. I'm gonna fire this big fucking arrow that can split ships at this Pope, perfectly planning out that Constantine will use his noble phantasm to summon the walls of Constantinople, and I'll somehow get the exact position of not only this Pope who's traveling along a certain speed, but also through the fucking hole in the defense, because I'll know exactly where he will summon his noble phantasm. What the fuck type of calculations is this? Fair enough. This is like one of those fucking Eisen all according to plan bullshit things. I could get the whole tracking your target and firing like before her or whatever at a certain time thing. But how the fuck did you know that he was gonna summon the fucking walls of Constantine in the exact fucking way that he did, and you aimed specifically where the hole in the defenses were gonna be? I would be more impressed if you just calculated he would summon the walls, and you just blasted through the fucking shit. Anyway, that would have been more logical and impressive. I swear, they're gonna go. It seems like that's what they're doing. They're gonna be like, I planned for everything, even this small hole in your defense. I would have been like, oh my god, it would have been more impressive and believable if you're like, we're gonna assume he summons the walls of Constantine, but this blast is powerful enough to say, fuck your walls anyway. That would have been better. Even as she thought that, she understood that this arrow would kill someone. People die when they're killed. So she braced herself mentally and thought hard. Sacrifice someone in her place? Unthinkable. Sacrifice herself? Undesirable. But of the options available, undesirable was at least more platanable than unthinkable. Yes, it might cause problems for some if she were to die. Problems for some? Bitch, you're the whole fucking reason these people are rebelling to begin with. Are you fucking for real? Hey, what's up, Rush? How you doing? Are you fucking for real, Jonah? Might cause some problems if you were to die. You're the fucking reason these people are fighting. Fucking cause some problems. Bitch, you die. The entire fucking reason for these people fighting for you goes down the drain. Are you for fucking real? This fucking bitch. Oh, now you acknowledge it. And you just think that's not a big deal. I'm fucking calling out the stupidity of this Pope right now. That's what I'm calling. It's been a long time, but yeah, it's been a bit. How you been? For one thing, the reinstatement realm could lose its entire reason to exist. Yeah, they fucking could. You're the whole fucking reason that they're fighting against human history to fucking begin with. Trying to be like some extra character. I swear to God, this fucking bitch thinks she's insignificant, which is the whole fucking reason these people are fighting. But then, Jonah had another thought. Constantine's noble phantasm was the embodiment of the Byzantine Empire's legend, which meant it recreated something that once actually existed. And it might therefore only protect beings who are real themselves. Oh my fucking god, now she's going through an identity crisis. Jesus Christ. She's going through a fucking identity crisis now, too. This fucking bitch. But Jonah was a fictional being. And so it was possible the wall may not protect her. Oh my fucking god. That's not how this works. Noble phantasms work regardless if you are a real or a fake person. We've already proven this several fucking times. My god, this bitch is like... She's passing herself off as insignificant. Now she's having an identity crisis. Get over yourself. She couldn't say for sure, but she knew it was possible. That's not how this fucking works. More than anything, Jonna knew she didn't want even a single person dying for her. I think it's a bit late for that moral compass checkpoint there. A lot of people have already died for you, you dumbass. This is fate. Moments like this came for everyone in time. no matter how great a hero or how holy a person they may be. An unexpected death, a fruitless end. These things are apparently just part of what it is to be human. Perhaps fictional as she is, that was presumptuous. That was a presumptuous thing for her to say. But she was also relieved to know that she felt genuinely human in her final moments. And yet, Jonah! Her fate had changed. How did she not see it sooner? How did she fail to realize that he too would notice the enemy noble phantasm and move to protect her? Why didn't she realize that he would reach the same conclusion she did? Too late, actually. She was a fantastical being, and his three-layered bulwark wouldn't keep her safe. Again, that's not how this fucking works. That's not how this works. It doesn't matter if you're a fucking real being or not. If you're a fucking servant, noble phantasms work on you. Regardless. For the most part. The only exceptions are if you fought someone in real life and you fucking countered their own shit. Like, prime example is fucking Kirkying Odysseus, where Kirky's noble phantasm is turning fucking people into pigs, but it doesn't work against Odysseus because he did bullshit to negate her magic, so she can't use her magic against him. That's the only example like that. Examples like that are the only fucking way that noble phantasms don't work on certain servants. But in generalization, it fucking doesn't work the way you're explaining. What the fuck, writers? Like, I'm sorry. Magical three-layered wall that protects us from everything besides canon doesn't magically work on people that didn't exist? I'm sorry. What the fuck logic are we following here? I swear, the writing in this game pisses me off at times where I'm just like, it doesn't fucking work that way. We've already had examples of it not working the way you're explaining, and now it magically works? I swear. This is why I look forward to when I do my own fucking fanfiction story on this shit. I'm gonna fucking fix a lot of the fucking bullshit. Could Constantine really have failed to consider this possibility at all up to this point? Of course not. He was the emperor who would have rather lived a peaceful life. And, real or not, he genuinely cared for her. I would have worded that differently. I would have said he was the emperor who would rather fall with his city than live a life of shame. That's how I would have worded it. Because he went out like a badass. In a different age, if the Empire of Byzantium was in a better position, I feel like Constantine would have been one of the great ones, but he went out like a fucking badass. Jonah, get down! Pushes her and takes... This was no different than forgetting to lock a gate. Huh? Oh, you're talking about you and you're forgetting that Constantine has a fucking brain. Okay. So in Pope Jonah's mind, forgetting that Constantine has a fucking IQ above room temperature is the same as forgetting to lock a gate to her. Okay, I see where your standards are. No matter how impenetrable his walls may be, they could never provide complete protection as long as that legend existed. Constantine moved to protect Jonah. It was the right move, of course. There was no room for his bulwarks in a fantasy. Get over yourself, this bulwark fantasy bullshit. So it was that the arrow meant for Pope Jonah struck another. It was the best possible result Kriemhild could have hoped for. Aim for the Pope, take out the military leader. Got you, Emperor. Kriemhild just gloating in the background. Okay, now we're getting a flashback of his life, I guess. I remember the day I was summoned here. I remember the desire to rebel against proper human history that had been engraved in my soul. I remember when I decided to allow that anger to carry me forward, even if it made my heart ache. I remember meeting her, the woman I was meant to kill. I see. Then I guess you and I are enemies. So it would seem, Your Holiness. Hey, don't you dare call me that! Are you taunting me, bastard? I know just as well as you that I'm a figment of someone's imagination. Now go on. If you're gonna kill me, then what are you waiting for? But I'm still a servant, so I'm not gonna make it easy for you. Wait, you know? Do you understand that that you never actually existed? Huh? Of course I do. I know I'm only a delusion that was briefly accepted before being roundly refuted. So what? You're saying I should just retreat to this dustbin of history now that my existence had been so thoroughly disproven? I didn't say anything of the sort. Oh well. I was bound to end up dead in a ditch somewhere anyway, so it might as well be now. I'll still fight back if you're gonna try and kill me, though. When did Lulu become real Lulu? Pretty much. But even I don't think there will be much point in it. You don't? Well, no. I mean, the proper human history you're rebelling against rejected me. Do you hate it for that? Yes! I'm surprised to hear you say that. Of course I do! First they dreamt me up, then they denied me. They made up details about my life in one breath, and they throw it all away in the next. They say the very idea of a woman being a pope is too bizarre to be believed. Ha! Man got caught up in the singularity. I mean, some of them are pretty enticing. I was gonna say, wait till you get to Lost Belts, Goblin Slayer, especially 6. Oh my god. That one had me fucking screaming, kill all fairies. Kill all fairies. Kill all fairies. Why are you people trying to save them? They're murderous little shits. Kill all fairies. Burn the Witch had a meeting too. It all makes me want to grab proper human history by its collar, slam its head into a telephone pole, and finish it off by roasting it with a flamethrower. You know, that's pretty based. I'm not gonna lie, Pope John, that's pretty based. I'ma take humanity by the collar, slam it against the telephone pole, and fucking burn it. Absolute cinema. Great shit. Bizarre to hear from you. Oh well, I'm alive now, in a manner of speaking. I suppose that's what matters. So if I'm gonna sacrifice myself, I want it to be for someone or something that doesn't deny my existence. Would you be satisfied with that, Your Imperial Majesty? Let's get this battle over with. No, I'm not going to fight you. Huh? Grimhild was summoned before me. I'm a terrible match for her in every way, so I can't hope to defeat her on my own. I'll sooner lead my own servants than obey her every word. Okay. I promise I'll get you reinstated. That's a fine reason to revolt against proper human history. Until now, I've just been taking my anger out on whoever crossed my path. But as long as there's a proper motive, it all starts to make sense. You being erased like that is an abnormal thing. They should never have simply regated you to the dustbin of humanity. Relegated, my bad. I've never relegated you to the dustbin of humanity. My brain went one way, my mouth went the other. So, I'm going to affirm your existence. I'm going to change proper human history to ensure that you are always a part of it. Huh? Huh? Your reactions are comical and I enjoy them. But you should probably try to be a bit more composed around the soldiers. Are you serious about this? You don't want to disappear, right? Well, no, I don't, but still. Then help me. Work with me to ensure your survival. Use me for your own ends, Jonah. You know I'll turn my coat at the worst possible moment, right? I'm still a servant of proper human history. When that happens, I'll accept that my crusade has gone as far as it can. In the meantime, I want you to rebel against proper human history to make sure you live on. Personally, I think that's a great reason for rebelling. It's crass, is what it is. So basically, you just want to look good for a woman? No self-respecting ruler would ever admit to such a thing. Ha ha! I don't know about that. Indeed, you're exactly right. It's unseemly and indecent. It makes me feel as though I've fallen for a honeypot like some poor fool. But for you, maybe acting the fool wouldn't be so bad. After all, I'm already rebelling anyway. So, what do you say? Do you accept? If you don't, I'll keep pestering you until you do. Fucking goddamn Constantine. Accept my love. Kind of, yeah, it's kind of going that. Which is fucked up because he's married. But anyway, half these people are. Anyway. Bro is simp, but it's not. That's not bad at all. Alright. Damn it. Can't believe I gave in to temptation. Ha ha! And so, I found a reason to win, no matter what. See, love. My bad, we're still fucking with Constantine. She was bright, clever, quick-witted, and utterly magnanimous. Or however the hell you pronounce that. For all the curses she hurled at her destiny, she had ultimately resigned to accept it. So then, I need to change that very destiny. Threaten them with love, they listen. Reinstatement. I will reinstate your right to be a human. I will help you regain what means you need to live. The means, my bad. I will free you from the nauseating confines of this eternal, fleeting, beautiful fantasy. I want you to plant your feet on the real earth. I want you to take deep breaths of real air. I want you to shout at the top of your lungs and laugh until your sides ache. Yes. When you get right down to it, it's all my wish amounts to. And with that wish laid bare, I suppose my defeat was inevitable. Shouts her name. Man was like, I just want you to live. I mean, that's how this fucking place is. They write shit in weird ways at times. Real love race. I forgot the lyrics. Oh, that's interesting. So they actually have it where Mordor has expanded. They haven't claimed the Red Mountains, but they've went straight down. Mordor has invaded the realm of the church. Mordor! Oh shit, is he alive? Okay, he's alive, or at least survived the blow. Impressive! A servant survived the ballistic missile arrow. Constantine. Hang in there. Hey, come on, say something. Open your eyes. Damn it. Why'd you throw yourself in front of me, you idiot! My Pope can't be this tsundere. my Pope can't be this tsundere. That's the harshest you ever spoken to me. You could have woken me from a century-long slumber like that. Save point for me, I'll be back. Alright. Constantine, if you have the energy to be a smartass, then you must be fine. Right? If you have the energy to be a smartass, then you're okay. That's also not how that works, but sure. The throne room. So. Oh, God. We're back in the reinstatement realm. Let's do my last. Caster. Yes, my Emperor. How's my wound? We're treating it right now. It's no use. My spirit core was destroyed. We're just wasting magical energy. Bro. I want to speak to everyone before I go. Go find a caster who can help me with that. I am dying. Constantine? What do you think you're doing? You're in no condition to You're in no condition to stand up yet. Should I just lie down and wait for death? Not a chance. I know it says not a freaking chance, but honestly, the accent just makes it better. Blah, blah, yeah, right? Now you're even being crude! That's rich, coming from you. Oh, shit. I made my peace with all my pain and regrets. Again and again, back and forth. What could be more like a human life than this? The spell is done, my liege. Whenever you're ready. Thank you. Citizens of the Reinstatement Realm, my name is Constantine. In case you have not heard yet, I'm sorry to say that I have been shot and will soon perish. Man's pulling a fucking Roosevelt, only Roosevelt survived the fucking bullet. I got shot and I'm gonna continue my speech. Same difference, potato, potato. It's the same words, just in a different fucking order. It's fine. The same meaning is conveyed. God damn it. That's right. Yeah, what a quality V8 is. Hey man, people have been fucking doing with my improvised wordings as long as the fucking shit is the same meaning. Especially when the sentence don't make any fucking sense the way it was originally written. It's only thanks to our to our caster's tireless efforts that I'm barely able to stand here and speak to you now. I am deeply sorry to be leaving you all like this. We know from encountering the Yellow Turban soldiers that Zhang Tui is still alive. We don't know if this is because the Righteous Realm made a mistake, or if there was some means in place to bring him back in case of his death. Either way, our attempt to take advantage of the situation ended with our enemy gaining the advantage instead. I was struck by an archer's arrow, which felt like a fucking cannon! I've never seen an arrow capable of retaining such force over such a great distance. I got hit with a fucking ballistic missile! I don't know if this archer comes from a legend filled with mystics, or an incredible historical legend. There may even been some other element in play we don't know. Regardless, I want you all to be wary of them. Now, let's talk about our next steps. You have two choices. The first is to defect to the Revenge Realm. I'm sure many of you don't like the idea of submitting to an enemy we've been fighting all this time. But that too is part of a war. A fate all heroes must come to terms with sooner or later. The second choice is to go over to the Righteous Realm. I don't recommend it. As you all surely know by now, they're on the side of proper human history. Or the third option, continue fighting as you are. However, it's okay, Constantine. Tell them! I'm sick of the lies! Jonna is a servant of proper human history as well. That's right. I couldn't stand that she'd been discarded as a mere fantasy. My rebelling against proper human history was meant to reinstate her. This has all been a great hollow fantasy, born of my own selfish desires. If you are angry at me for lying to you and wish to defect to the Revenge Realm, you are welcome to do so. But whatever you do, you cannot stay here. My fantasy run loose here, pretty much. No, not because you'll die or anything like that. I made this realm myself. Loved and ruled it as though it was a part of myself. So I selfishly decided it will dissolve when I die. I'ma take the whole country with me. This is what this guy's saying. Damn. Crimhill didn't waste any time, did she? Jonna, I want you to go to the Righteous Realm. No way! I thought that's what you'd say. But I'm afraid I must refuse to accept your refusal. I must refuse you accepting the refusal of the refusing refusal of my refusing. Bradamante, will you see her there? Are you sure about this, sir? I can't abide proper human history because of the temperament I was summoned with. And yet, here I am, depending on proper human history anyway. Truly, there is no sense to be found here. But you've already accepted this contradiction, haven't you, Bradamante? You have ever since the real Charlemagne appeared. Yes. It's like, Then, you also understand what you need to do now, don't you? Of course. God damn it. I'm sorry about this, Lady Jonna. I figured it was gonna be like picking her up. Huh? What? Hey! Put me down, you overpowered brute! It's fine with me. Go ahead and call me Bradamante if you want. Bradamante. Your Imperial Majesty! Yes? Farewell. May fortune smile on you. To you, Paladin of Charlemagne. Take care of Jonna for me. And be warned, she can be quite shrewd. Quite the shrewd. What was that? Come say it to my face, I dare you! Let go of me, Bradamante. No. Stop! This isn't how I wanted to say goodbye! On the back or something, right? Be one of those knockout things. Well, I mean, she's a servant, so I think she could tank that. If she was a normal human, it would work, but... Fucking Inferno. Jonna. I really enjoyed our time together. Farewell. You idiot. I had way more fun than you did. I swear to God, she's a fucking tsundere all of a sudden. Like, she was, like, dignified and, like, occasional outbursts. But now she's like, I'm a drop all pretense. This is the fucking tsundere Pope. It's not a competition. Oh, that is an honor to hear, Your Holiness. Alright, that is enough. It's time the rest of you made your choice, too. With all due respect, Your Imperial Majesty, we're really taking a liking to the reinstatement realm ourselves. It was surprising to hear that our Pope was actually on proper human history's side. But maybe that's not surprising. Oh well, doesn't matter now. Point is, just like you fell hard for Lady Jonna, we've fallen hard for you. Back what I missed. Constantine basically giving a speech saying, I'ma die and I'ma take the entire nation with me. So your choices are run to Mordor, go to the righteous realm and fight for proper human history, or the unspoken third option, which seems to be what these guys are choosing, which is basically die in glorious combat. I feel like we're gonna be reenacting, like, the last fucking moments of Constantine here. Bros before Pope. Also, the Pope is definitely a tsundere. 100%. This Pope is a tsundere. And I kind of like it. I'm not forgiving her, though, for her fucking identity, crisis bullshit and that whole fucking, oh, because I'm fictional, this noble phantasm won't work on me bullshit, because that's not how it fucking works. The whole country. Kinda. 100% fucking Cinderay, though. Huh. Then I feel sorry for you, putting your faith in such an untrustworthy man. Agree on that? So, this will be the second time I haul up in a castle that's a fall. At least this time, though, I know for certain that I'll be dying momentarily. Very well, then. If you fools wish to follow me into hell, you're welcome to do so! I want him to reenact his fucking speech when he gave during the fall of Constantine, man. And so the reinstatement realm oh man, we didn't even get a fucking image or anything of their fight. Come on, man. Come on. You skipped over good shit. I wanted to see his final fucking stand, you fuckers. Smelling blood in the water, the Revenge Realm sent out hordes of soldiers to finish the job. Servants noble phantasms tore through the bounded field. Servants of the Revenge Realm responded to the desperate attacks of the Reinstatement Realm servants with sheer, overwhelming numbers. The Soviet tactic. Don't bother giving them time to surrender. Kill them all. Take no prisoners. Wouldn't that just spur the enemy to fight back even harder? In an ordinary war, yes. But this isn't an ordinary war. Whether we kill them all or let them surrender, once a hero has made up their mind, they never change it. Man, Siegfried has given you a lot of fucking PTSD, huh? Wouldn't you agree? I guess you're right. So annihilating them is the only answer. It's a fitting choice for the Reinstatement Realm. This is the path they chose. To follow a disgraceful dream and die a disgusting death. True, but I doubt they would agree with you about the disgraceful part. They would not. That is what irritates me the most. Okay, now we get fighting. Good! I guess I shouldn't be surprised you're still alive, if only barely. Maybe that's just your lot in life. Could be. Once I defeated this guy, I'm done. Forgive me for going ahead of you, Your Imperial Majesty. Farewell. Phew. Looks like this is the end of the line for me. To think, it's ending the same way it did when I was alive. Maybe I'm actually cursed or something. Okay, Your Imperial Majesty. I'll go with you. You know, I used to think I've been summoned into the worst circumstance possible. But I'll try being a little more optimistic. I'll do my best to never give up, just like you. Oh shit, we actually get a fucking art for it. Look at my Cinderay Pope smile. Oh, I faded too fast. Then again, I never would have met her if it wasn't for this curse. Once the singularity disappears, you'll probably disappear with it. These memories, these feelings, will all be washed away. No one else in the singularity will ever feel the way I do for her. And no other me will either. I can live with that. In fact, yes, it's what the second life should be. I can hardly breathe anymore. It's because of the nature of servants. Like, it's not quite memories per se, it's more like a record that takes the form of memories. That's why if you, like, ask servants, like, particular questions that were, like, obscure facts of their life, they'll give you, like, a basic shrug shoulder, I don't fucking know answer. They'd be like, maybe it happened, maybe it didn't, I don't know. It's just the nature of servants, like I said. That's why even, like, the people that are, like, considered fictional legends and shit still kind of have quotation mark memories because of the way it's treated with servants. Plus, you know, they're also installed with instant knowledge of whatever fucking timeline, time they're in. That's why you got these fuckers that are like, I'm from the 11th century, but if I really wanted to, I could fly a fucking fighter jet. Or, I might have been from the age where we just use big sticks to hit each other, but if you give me an MG42, I can work miracles with that bitch. Or in the case of Berserker Lot, which everything he touches turns into a fucking weapon. Oh, that's bullshit. I can hardly breathe anymore. My sword, my armor, my banner all testify to my imperial royalty. Here I come! One man charging in a Viking army. And life, regrettably, there are no moments more entertaining than this. Kind of, yeah. Kind of. Burying attacking foes left and right. Continuing forward with sure, steady steps. My banner is gone. My armor destroyed. Excuse me. My sword broken. Even so, I keep moving forward. Then I realized something. Before me, I see a vast and empty field. A place I never reached in life that will remain forever out of my reach. Ah. So, this is the beyond. Constantine smiles and disappears. The 2,238 surviving Reinstatement Realm servants fought the Revenge Realm forces tooth and nail, and ultimately died to a man. But they did so without regret. And now Mordor has taken over the entire plane. Meanwhile, 542 former Reinstatement Realm servants made their way to the Righteous Realm. They were servants who still adored Jon, even knowing her true her true desires. In the Righteous Realm laid a human from proper human history. I mean, he did fight an entire army by himself. It's kind of similar to how he ended his life in real life. I mean, obviously he didn't fucking kill all of them. I imagine he took, like, a few with him, but obviously he didn't fucking kill the entire number. There is no fucking way in hell, given his status, that he took all those fuckers with him. I'm thinking, like, maybe a dozen at most. Unless he got real fucking lucky, but even then, he wouldn't have gotten a lot of them. These servants knew they would have to ask this human about the imaginary woman, how he felt about her. This was their duty as the Reinstatement Realm's last surviving citizens. You must stand for our Cinderay Pope. You must stand for our Cinderay Pope. We will not take no for an answer. Okay, so it looks like we got a support thing. Well, for the most part, they can't really do that. Like, there's only a select few servants that I know of that can self-destruct. In fact, that's fucking Berserker Spartacus's entire fucking thing. Absorb a bunch of damage and blow himself the fuck up and somehow come back. That's his entire fucking thing, but Mordor has expanded its domain. It is now 2/3 of the map, which is a fucking problem because it's Mordor! Anyway, this just reminded me of something I kind of want to share here, if I can find it quick. He did go out like a badass, similar to how he died in real life, but I feel like he should have given a better speech. They should have really given him a better speech. In fact, now they're talking about that. Anyway, let me see. If I could find it quick. Let's see if I can find the video quick. Or off chance I might be able to find the channel first. Let's see if I can. There you are. Oh yeah, great! It's the first fucking video when it finally loaded. Anyway, so let me see. I'ma skip ahead.
Rallied to restore.
Alright, then. It could have been better, is what I'm saying. It could have been better. So let me just bring this up. It's fine, but it was a little too generic to me. I'm like, there's a better speech he could have got relating to, like, how he died in real life and comparing it to the situation now. Now, there's a few different takes on this. Like, there's a speech he gave, like, before the final battle, and then there's, like, the words he said before he fucking charged off into that horde of soldiers and fucking died. Like, mysteriously, never to be seen, they couldn't find his body, stuff like that. So, let me just share this bit.
The city's resolve. He brought out the icon of the Virgin Mary and paraded her through the streets. O Stavros Nika, be guided by the feats of your fathers, and fear not the Sultan's fathomless maw.
Oh,
Here is the Queen of Cities, the shield and aid of our homeland, the shelter of Christians. I have entrusted her to you as you have to me. Wait, what? Oh, geez, oh, God. On the 28th of May, the cannon ceased. Mehmed prepared for a final assault.
Yeah, it's
Everyone
gonna
who
come.
wasn't on duty repairing the walls gathered in the Hagia Sophia to pray.
This is like the
Emperor
last bit.
Constantine sat in the dread stillness and prayed for forgiveness. There would be no sleep. The attack began in the early hours of morning, and the fighting would rage where the walls were weakest for hours before sunrise. But ultimately, the city's fall would be at the hands of human error. A company of 50 Ottoman soldiers found a gate left ajar and ran on inside. Defenders within tried desperately to stop them from reaching the top of the walls. They made it up and hoisted an Ottoman flag for all to see. The full army came rushing into the city. Civilians were captured. One cardinal fled disguised as a slave. Mehmed's cousin was caught dressed as a monk. Emperor Constantine was told to escape the brewing carnage, to flee to the Moria and rule thence. Once, this city mastered the entire universe. She placed beneath her feet Pontus, Armenia, Numidia, Italy, Ethiopia, Spain, Phoenicia, Arabia, Mesopotamia, the lands of the Celts, and the Amazonians. Our empire, presently humbled, did fell the walls of Carthage, rival the Parthians and the Sassanids, repel the savage Huns, slay the Bulgars, see the Seljuks return to dust, tame the wild Mongols, and cast out the Latins. Yet she is now, finally, to be devoured by the House of Osman. And as my city falls, I will fall with her.
Yes, and he did do that. Fucking song. Yeah, basically he led like a final charge against the oncoming Ottoman hordes that were coming through the gates. He gave like a last speech and basically said to his men, if you're willing to die with me on this day, then follow suit. Essentially. But he did a good number of speeches, basically again. For the last emperor of Rome, his speech needs more, the glory of Rome is eternal. Like I said, led a charge into the enemy horde, and his body was never found afterwards. Which means the man was clearly isekai'd. Wise choice, I would say. Yeah. But like I said, I feel like the speech he gave, it should have been similar to the speech he gave at the end of his life. Like, again, referencing how he died in real life, saying how he once refused to lead an empire in exile and chose to fight dying for the crown of the empire that he once ruled over. In this new world where I have reigned, I choose to die the same way I had in a previous life. Those of you who wish to make a stand, follow me here on this day, for we will strike out against the Revenge Realm and leave a lasting memory in the hearts of those savage barbarians who wish to see the world burn. Something like that. That's what I would have fucking wrote. Yeah. Like, be more badass with it, you know? I mean, he did die in a similar manner, but give him a fucking badass speech that is similar to how it was too, you know? Okay. Back to Kodik, who's sneaking into Mordor to, Fuck, what was he doing? Oh, yeah, right. He was going back to that fortress to see what was hidden there by Zhang Wei. Man, I'm beat. Are you okay, Kodik? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. You know, I've been using as little magecraft as possible to... You know how I've been using as little magecraft as possible to avoid detection, right? Yes. Even the magical energy we've been able to detect from you is incredibly faint. Well, because of that, my back is killing me. Damn it, I should have at least used that much. Typical joke at how mages are mostly fucking unhealthy individuals. I guess it would have been better if you used a supportive magecraft code, mystic code like Senpai does. Nah, that's okay. I'll just invite more suspicion. You think so? I'll be fine. Just gotta grit my teeth and bear it a little. But... Mash? Where'd you go? Is it 'cause I'm in the revenge realm now? No, it's young Mori! No, I suspect it's because I'm here. Moriatri, or whatever the fuck you pronounce his name as. I forgot it already. Pardon me. Let me fix that for you. James Moriarty. Oh, good. Masculite. Perfect timing. I'd like to keep my presence here a secret from the rest of Chaldea. I'd like you to keep it, which, of course, includes Mr. Holmes. I can't do... Which would you prefer? I'm sorry? If you decline, I'll either disable Kodik's collar, or trigger it. It could go either way, personally. There's nothing to think about here, Mash. You have just as much authority to make this call as anyone. Trigger my collar. Now. No, absolutely not! Listen. This guy's a foreign disciple, remember? Whatever he's up to, there's no way it could possibly be good for me. What he wants most is information, and he can't get that from me if I'm dead. So you need to kill me right now. It's the best possible solution. I refuse. Mash. I said I refuse! Oh, this is the most entertaining bit of comedy I've seen in some time. I almost had to stop myself from applauding. Allow me to set your minds at ease. I have no intention of harming you, nor am I here to interrogate anyone. In fact, frankly speaking, I learned all I need to know about you the moment I became a foreign disciple. If anything, I'm more worried about you two stealing information from me. Is that so? I have to admit, he's right. Even if there is more going on in Chaldea than we know about, it doesn't change the fact that we're in constant danger out here. Or that we still know nothing about him. Setting Koyan's aside, since she wasn't actually one of the foreign god disciples. The disciples, like Limbo and Muramasa, were high spirits mixed with some kind of divine spirit. So it's safe to say he isn't just Mori either. But the question is, what else is he? Oh yes. I do so love that look. Huh? You may seem meek and self-deprecating, but you're actually neither. The look of a wolf eyeing that's the look of an blah 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 blah. That's the look of a wolf eyeing its prey. Oh. have some strong opinions about wolves, do you? Let me guess. Given the kind of magecraft you use, I bet you were teased brutally. Called a dog plenty, yes? I'm so tired of your shit! Huh? Where did that come from? How the hell could you tell that much with one look? Feels like you did an autopsy on me when I was still alive. Then Maury was right? Oh, I see. This is why Barry used to bark at... Is this why Barry used to bark at you? Did you really have to bring that up now, Mash? I'm still trying to forget it, damn it! Oh, I'm sorry. Nice! Very nice. Anyway, let's get down to business. You're here because you're curious about Zhangjui's fortress, right? I am too. However, obviously, you'll need to go deep into the Revenge Realm's territory to reach it. I can imagine that'll be easy for you doing so on your own. So what do you say we work together on this one? Sure. Wow. Just like that? Are you sure about this, Kodak? If he wants to kill me, I'd already be dead. And like he said earlier, there's barely any information he can get out of me. You know, Chaldea hasn't told me anything of real importance. Like, even if he wanted to know about the Storm Border, I can't tell him the first thing about how it's designed. He's probably already knows everything I can tell him about Chaldea, so I might as well try to learn everything I can from him. Oh? And you think you can do that, can you? Do you? I bet. Don't know, and I won't find out unless I try. I suppose that's true. Like when you tried to kill everyone at Chaldea. Had to bring that up, huh? Of course I did. Okay, then. I know what I did. I'll accept whatever punishment they decide on when this is all over. But until then, I'll do everything I can to lighten my sentence by helping them. Especially now that our interests are aligned. Oh, I see. Very rational of you. But what about guilt? Don't you feel any of that? I don't have to tell you a thing. Besides, you'll probably work it out for yourself the more we talk. Unless you don't think you can, of course. Oh, well played! Fine then, I agree. You want to shake on it? No thanks, don't want your nastiness rubbing off on me. Oh, I'm really starting to like you. Again, are you sure about this, Kodak? No, honestly I have no idea what I'm doing. But things will either work out or they don't, or they won't. Part of me feels like you're being a little quick to throw caution to the wind. But, okay. I won't tell anyone else about this. Just give me a minute to move my console. Oh. Kodak. Would you say you're keeping a cool head? So far, at least. I see. And make sure you hold on to it. Huh? Whatever. Come on, let's go. I think that, Cayman Dodgy, was it? Anyway, it's probably gone by now. There's no harm in being careful. Oh? Is that what you think? Huh? Zhangjue was very particular about this fortress security. He even left a clone of himself there, or something close to one. What's more, he made this clone believe that he was actually the real Zhangjue. Don't you think that's rather extreme? If anything, it's downright pathological. And if you think about it as pathological, no way. It's still being guarded? I suspect the whole fortress will be repaired in the very near future. So let's not waste time getting rid of these guards. Just this once, consider me your own servant, Codex Zumplus. Nope. I've only ever had one servant, and I'm keeping it that way. You fight however you want. I'll back you up like any other mage would. As you like. Now, let's get started. Well, hello there, good soldiers. Now, would you side characters be so kind as to step aside? Because you see, this is meant to be a one-man show. You side characters, fuck. Would you side characters mind stepping aside or politely dying for me? Okay. Oh god, that's loud. Let me fix that quick. Ah, nice crack in my back there. Alright, so we're only fighting the two. And I get to finally see how this guy is run. Huzzah! Let's see. Hey, what's up, Goomba? How you doing? Oh, yawning. Goddamn. Okay. Ah. Alright, now that that's settled. You're good? That's good. Nice salad for lunch. Let's see. Buster game, huh? Your voice acting is not... Hey, thanks, man. I do try. I guess we could try out his noble phantasm right away. See how that is. I shall turn evil! So that's what his voice is. Alright, let's see what young Mori.
数字は支配し、悪は成長する。我が悪は悪を食らい、究極の悪を具現化する。マセマチカルマリグナントアナイアレイト。貨幣は悪だな。まったく。
Holy shit, his noble phantasm is using burning money to attack you. What the fuck? I didn't expect that to be his noble phantasm. Holy shit, that's funny. And also it turns people evil, which is kind of funny in itself too. That makes him good to pair with people that have that fight evil bonus. Okay, I got a playlist on my channel. It's all the things I voice in. Now, obviously, the stuff at the bottom of the playlist are the more recent stuff, but yeah, I got a playlist for that specifically. That's fucking funny. His mobile... Wow, that's fucking funny. I didn't expect his noble phantasm to be like that. Sitting on a chair, looking like evil mastermind, then be like, I attack you with burning money because money is the root of all evil. And I'm like, you know what, bitch, you ain't fucking wrong, but stupid. Gonna do it again. Save it for Draco. Yeah. Man getting stocks. Just keep fucking doing it. Just keep blasting him with the money is the root of all evil. I didn't get Noble Phantasm charge that time, but hilariously he's doing that shit too. Ah, but that worked. This is fucking funny to me. Oh, and I just realized that also has art resistance down. Not bad, not bad. Just keep blasting him with the fucking money. Money is the root of all evil. Keep blasting him with this shit.
悪は成長する。ませまちかるマリグナントアナイアレイト。影とは悪だな。まったく。勝利。当然だと思う。何しろ私だ。
Buddy Noble Phantasm. Holy shit. I was not expecting that. That was fucking funny. Out of all the Noble Phantasms that young Mori could fucking have, it's literally, I'ma look like an evil mastermind and attack you with a bunch of burning fucking money. That's hilarious. Holy shit. Oh, my back. There we go. Your power's crazy. It's like their attacks didn't even touch you. In fact, there's something weird about it. Would you not expect such a thing from a foreign disciple? Yeah, I guess you got a point. He must only be willing to show off like that because he knew we won't be able to figure out how his powers work. He obviously wasn't dodging or blocking their attacks. I could tell they were hitting him. But he didn't take any damage from them. Even his clothes are still pristine. I got a feeling that little trick is going to be a way bigger problem than whatever damage he can inflict himself. And the world could be mixed in there with him, nullifying damage instantly? You'll never figure it out with the information you've got. Even if you did, it wouldn't help you. That being said, it would certainly be a problem if Zhang Jue were to show up. So let's find this thing before he does. Yeah, good point. I'll do whatever I can to help you look from here too. How does it feel to be a traitor, Masked Kurelite? No comment. I'm not allowed to talk to evil professors. Ouch. You really come to dislike me, haven't you? Really only makes sense to say that if she liked you to start with, Mori. Now you're just rubbing salt in the wound. Young Mori be built different. Fucking yawning, goddamn. Let's see, another support only, which means it's another Mori quest. Find an assassin, huh? Okay. That said, I'm going to step away for a few moments. I need to grab more water and, you know, the need to stretch my damn legs. So give me about 5 minutes. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Now then. Let us see. Laughing Emperor. Let's go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, it broke. It couldn't handle my return, so it shut down. It's like, no, the mighty dark back dies of cringe. Yes, resume from the start just in case it did anything stupid. Then watch it blow up again. Good grief. Zhang Jue is deadly serious about security in this place, isn't he? I expected as much. Surprised you managed to get that trick door open easily, though. It looked complex. Me too. It's very impressive how you managed to pick the right answer from 6.4 quadrillion possible combinations almost instantly. I'm sorry, what the fuck? What can I say? I'm just that good. Fucking... Yeah, you picked out the right combination out of 6.4 quadrillion possible combinations in a fucking instant. I'm surprised he wasn't like, that's the power of a mathematician for you. This probably goes without saying, but you're going so fast it looked like you were cheating. That's because I was. Hey, as long as you got the door open, I don't care how you did it. Come on, Mori. Perhaps a rousing cheer would help spur us on? Save that shit for when Dark's around. That is Senpai style. I hate being scripted as a beta male bitch. Oh, alright. Whatever you desire, I suppose. Do you know what's being kept back there? There are a few things I don't know. Unfortunately, this is one of them. That said, the fact that Zhang Jue didn't want Crimhild to find out about this does narrow it down considerably. That's so. Oh, it's a noble... Oh, a wyvern. I mean, a soul eater. No, wait, it's not that either. Well, whatever this demonic beast is, it's clearly imposing. Don't you agree, Kodik? Let's just say that right now, I'm glad you're here with me. I really didn't think security would be this tight. Alright, let's go crushing it mathematically, shall we? How the actual hell do you do that? By defeating it in 30 seconds or less. Fuck. Also, Goblin, I think you're pretty delayed. I don't know if it's the stream or the responses from you. There's two of them now? I'm sorry, what the fuck? There's two of them? How can I tell which is which when they're both support? Oh, I just noticed you have evades. Eh, well.
いいともいいとも理解できるね
Okay, clearly I
穴だら
was...
けだ穴だらけだ
Fucking two of them.
興味深い 興味深い ほほいいと理解できるね恐れよ質問が悪に従
Again, I still can't tell who's who, my god. They're just abusing this man, huh? You know what?
えよし
Getting hit with double money is the root of all evil. Now,
数字は
fuck you.
支配し悪は成長するマセマチカルマリグナントアナイアレイト勝ては悪だなまったく
Double money is the root of all evil attack.
数字は支配し悪は成長するマセマチカルマリグナントアナイアレイト勝ては悪だなまったく
It's funny that they both had the same line.
これから興味深い興味深いよろしい 興味深い
Let's see. I could do that, but I'll save it for the next time. Oh yeah, right. I forgot he did that. Eh, whatever. It's fine.
ほほ理解できるね
I don't know who's who. I can never get an extra attack.
モリアーティ光線これから興味深い
Anyway. Oh no, Noble Phantasm shield. Well, I guess I should just keep blasting.
恐れよ質問が悪に従えこれからこれから
For a second, I thought your username was a bus super. I was like, the fuck? It was hello there.
よし彼らを終わらせよ
Hit him with the money is the root of all evil attack.
邪悪は芽生
In bus
え正義の
server.
果実は降らない
Best server, I don't care. I'm just laughing at his Noble Phantasm.
マセマチカルマリ
Ah,
グ
his
ナント
Noble
アナイアレイ
Phantasm's
ト
hilarious to me.
私の勝利に揺るぎなし私の敗北に未来もな
I
し
mean, I could definitely see uses for this man. If I had him, I want to ruler master board, but yeah, same. But I'm like, oh my god, there's two of them. Jeez. Couldn't you have given me a heads up before you cloned yourself? That was freaky. What better way to show you that there's nothing a fallen disciple can't do? And now you're back together like nothing happened. What, do you have to be a freaking weirdo to be a foreign disciple or something? All the images of fucking the other guys pop up. Of course not. At least, I don't think so. Where'd all that confidence go? Well, never mind that now. It looks like we're here. So, Euro Gold, which will it be? I see you're talking. I get what your reference is. You're thinking it's either the Rhines Gold or it's Siegfried. Ah-ha. I knew it. That's... Yes, it is. Alright, we have a spirit origin and we already have a spirit origin information on file. That's... It is Siegfried. Yeah, that makes sense. You want to keep the man away from his wife. Alright, I gotta remember what Siegfried voice I used. I think I used a low voice too because he's always going like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. It's gonna be similar to Codex, so I'm gonna try and differentiate it. I thought I would be trapped in there forever. I almost expected to be put into an eternal slumber. Siegfried the Dragon Slayer. I figured it was either him or the Rhines Gold. I see. So this is what Zhang Jue was after. Zhang Jue. I see. He's the Revenge Realm's second in command, isn't he? Siegfried. Do you want to rebel against proper human history? No. I see. Better get away from this guy then. He can mess with your head, flip you to the other side. I most certainly can, yes, but I won't be doing that here. It'll ruin all my calculations, all destiny, if you like. Destiny? Destiny and calculations are one and the same. Quantum mechanics have been may have refuted Laplace's demon, but calculations still determine how destiny plays out. That's one hell of an old-fashioned concept you're working with. More old-fashioned than the mage world? Ouch. You got me there. So wait, hang on. Are you saying that everything that's happened so far played out as you calculated? I am, indeed. Look, I know how good it feels to wield real power in the palm of your hands, too, but let me give you a word of warning. That shit can be your undoing. In response to the U's advice, the man who would eventually become one of the world's most notorious criminals merely shrugged. I mean, we don't always find him injured or in prison. He's got a good few events where he's kind of just with you and he does some stuff. In fact, he gets an outfit where he gets glasses and he looks kind of casual, business type shit. That was an interesting but weird event. But like every time he's in a singularity, it does seem like he's injured or in prison or something. Just shrugged at it. Fucking guy. It's like, whatever. That shit will be your undoing. Meh. That's what he basically fucking did. It's like, meh. I can make two of them, huh? That's fine, because I do have a silver apple I can fucking use. And since we're just in talking bits anyway, might as well just keep storing up the carbon apples. He's gone. Who was that man anyway? I'll tell you on the way. By the way, Siegfried? Yes? You know about the Revenge Realm, but do you know who's leading it? Of course. Kriemhild's your wife, right? At least, that's how the story goes. Yes. I'm sure she's the same Kriemhild I knew as my wife. Like I said, the voices are going to be similar. I'm trying to be sounding more grainy with Kotick, but it's just, it's just how fucking is. Can you fight her? I can. I'm a hero and a servant. My blade will be no duller for facing my wife. If I must fight her, I swear to do so with all my might. Good to hear. You're real serious about this, huh? Maybe even a little too serious. Ah, hello, Jaltir. He was just as serious in the first Singularity, the 100 Years of War of Orleans, too. I see. What's up, Jaltir? How you doing? Then I may try to be a bit more humorous this time. Or a lot more humorous. Look, I know we haven't known each other for long, but I can tell you're really not going to be any good at that. I see. He's disappointed. Here is the Holy Grail, Lady Kriemhild. It manifested right after Constantine disappeared. How interesting. So the Holy Grail manifests when the designated leader of a realm dies, huh? Then does that mean if Dawn died, the Holy Grail would have spawned? Or is it now going to be Constantine, because Constantine took over? Good work. Whoa. Your spirit origin's even stronger now. That just leaves the righteous realm. What's left of it, anyway. What's left of it, anyway? Talk about a foregone conclusion. Long live Lady Kriemhild! Long live Lady Kriemhild! Our revenge will soon be a reality! Burn everything to the ground for Mordor! For Mordor! The mucus in my throat. Anyway. Kriemhild. Didn't you... I literally had the thing before. Siegfried's wife was Kriemhild, the fucking crazy bitch we're dealing with here. That's why I said Siegfried kind of won when he got a wife like this, because not only is she hot, she's fucking devoted enough to murder all the people, well, most of the people that were involved in his death. Even though Dragon Slayer had it. I literally had a conversation about this. That you just was like, oh wait, that's Siegfried? Cheers rang out in rapid succession. All knew the righteous realm posed no threat. It wouldn't be much longer now before all three realms were united. The soldiers' cries of joy continued unabated. Looks like the only Slayer without a wife. Isn't Goblin Slayer just married to his job of killing goblins? I think I'll go get some fresh air. By all means. So, they got Siegfried. Damn proper human history. Who comes back to investigate a place they've already finished investigating? Lord Zhangzhui, Lady Kriemhild wishes to see you. Huh? So what was that by all means about then? She changes her mind. She's a fucking berserker here, so yeah. You just said Siegfried, didn't you? Oh shit, she's got fucking superhuman hearing. Damn! That or she's got like a sixth sense every time you mention Siegfried. Oh, overheard me, did you? I don't need to overhear you. I can see everything having to do with him in this realm. even thoughts. That's creepy. I can see everything having to do with my husband, even thoughts. Hey? I'm sorry, possessive much? I see. I should have expected as much. You knew I could read your mind, didn't you? I can't have children with God. No, I'm saying you're married to your work, is what I'm saying. One of those people. Also, technically, depending on the universe, you can. You just need to kidnap one of the female goblins from reincarnated as a slime. There you go. That's why you made those modifications to your bonded field spell. The East and West may have different styles, but when the result is the same, it's not hard to get the gist. Right you are. That is why I tried to not even think of him while I was here. Then you should have sealed away any memories you didn't want me looking into. Have you anything to say for yourself? I couldn't have him showing up here, whether as an enemy or an ally. You're the Revenge Realm's anchor. His very presence would throw you off balance. Just look at the Reinstatement Realm and how it fell apart when Constantine broke. It seems you and I have very different opinions, Andre. I've been waiting for him to show up. As his wife? He's not my husband. He's leftovers. She smiled like a wolf about to tear into its prey. That smile would have seemed more at home on the blood-stained lips of a monster than a refined noblewoman. This is what happens when you change the story of the legends and you have to make the fucking crazy bitch fucking crazy in order to cover your own ass fate. And it's the simple thing of they changed Siegfried's legend of he was fucking murdered by his king because the king was a jealous asshole to Siegfried committed suicide because he was fucking told. And that's why his wife is now insane. Way to go, Natsuverse. I honestly think she should have been an Avenger more than a Berserker. It would have been a lot more suiting, but this is a case of when they have to cover their own bullshit and they refuse to just fix it. And so they're just like, okay, we gotta change all this shit now. It's not the first time Fate had to do this. There's a number of cases where they just change the legend to suit whatever story they're writing at the time. And then it's just like, oh no, the consequences of my own actions. Is she crazy in both stories? It's more like, I mean, here she's just batshit insane. But in the old story, it's more like she just decided to do whatever was necessary to get revenge. It was more like I threw away my morals and just, I'ma be fucking evil. Is how it basically was. In fact, supposedly, she even considered offering herself up to Attila the Hun as a concubine, so Attila the Hun can come and murder the king who fucking assassinated her husband. It didn't end up like that way. It didn't end up that way, but that was a fucking possibility she was considering. So like I said, the main difference is this Kriemhild's just fucking insane. Who's willing to do all types of fucking evil versus I'm gonna throw away my morals and I'm gonna do all types of fucking evil to get what I want. There is a difference. That's why I'm like, she really should have been an Avenger. She really should have been an Avenger, but she had to be a Berserker because Natsu and his writers twisted a legend. And it's just like, oh no, the consequences of my own actions. It's literally what this is. You mean you don't know Songzui? I have more right to take revenge on him than anyone ever could. Of that, I'm absolutely certain. Which is why her whole motivation here of, now she wants to kill her fucking husband is specifically because the Natsuverse changed Siegfried's story. Because how they're treating this is Kriemhild got her revenge like she did in the legend, but she learned that Siegfried committed suicide of his own free will rather than being assassinated like the actual legend is, and so her mind fucking broke because she's just like, why the fuck did my dumbass husband commit suicide and I had to do all the fucking evil shit I had to do to avenge his death when I only find out at the end that I'm not avenging his death, I'm just falling for the biggest fucking lie of my life. That's basically how they've treated this legend with their changes now. Which is why she's fucking batshit crazy. And of course she dies either way, but still. It all started in the kingdom of Burgundia. Or Burgundy, my bad. Kriemhild was looking out the window. There she saw warriors rejoicing and despairing over every little victory and setback, like children playing with spears and stones. Well, that's the reason being is that if you're devoting your entire being to vengeance, that's what the Avenger class is for. That's why we got John Alter. That's why we got fucking Edmond Dantes. That's why we got good boy Lubu. That's why we got the fucking Gorgon. All Avengers. Because that's what an Avenger's all about. Getting vengeance. Avenging. I see, but why did her husband do that? In the Fate verse, the excuse was because he was fucking asked to do so. This is why I say in the Natsu verse they twisted Siegfried's legend, where they had it where he did whatever the fuck the people asked him to do. It didn't matter what the fuck it was. It didn't matter how fucking evil and twisted it was. His mentality is, if it helps people, I'ma do it. This is why they even have scenes where he's asked to kill a fucking cheating husband without any proof, and he fucking did it anyway. This was like in the flashbacks of like the Apocrypha show, where like he's walking down the street in that one town that he's in, and all these people are like, Siegfried, can you do this? Siegfried, can you do that? Siegfried, can you do this? While he's covered in fucking blood and looking like he's almost exhausted and dead inside. And then the king was like, yo, Siegfried, kill yourself. And he's just like, okay. That's it. That's literally what they twisted his legend into in the Natsu-verse. It's kind of dumb. I really don't understand why they did it. But that's what they fucking did. Where originally he was supposed to be this great Germanic hero who did all this cool shit, slayed the dragons, got the Rheingold, all that shit, and then the king was a jealous little fuck and assassinated him. That's how it was originally told. That's straight up foolishness. Yeah, like I said, I don't know why they changed it, but they fucking did. They do changes like this throughout a lot of the legends and stuff too, during certain things that, you know, it don't make fucking sense or it's just stupid shit. But yeah, that's why I say this whole Kriemhilde Berserker shit is just because they had to fix that they did. That's why she's a fucking berserker instead of a fucking Avenger like she should be. So on one hand, it's like, okay, you're at least realize that you need to adjust things to, you know, compare with the shit you changed for, like, whatever stupid reason. But the other hand, it's like, can't you guys just fucking retcon it or something? But whatever. It is what it is. I wonder how strong he really is. How strong who is, my lady? That man from Nenderland. Or however the fuck you pronunciated it because it's German. Oh, you mean Lord Siegfried. He's the wielder of the sacred and demonic sword Barmurg. Barmug? I don't know how to say it. It's German. The immortal hero who bathed in the dragon's blood. Well, not quite immortal, but almost immortal. He's also just incredibly, well, cool. I can almost feel my soul leave my body whenever I look at him. Can't you just say handsome? I'm pretty sure cool did not exist as a word back then. I see. Sounds like a man who has everything. Huh. Wait. There is at least one thing he lacks. Dignity. Princess. 1 year later... 1 year later, he and I finally met for the first time. Even now, I still don't know what it was I felt for him. Love? Obsession? Something else entirely? Unbearable madness. I despise Hagen. Is it all my fault? Grief. He's dead. Taken from me? Can't remember a thing. After Siegfried's one weakness was exploited to kill him while he drank at a spring, it felt as though my heart had died too. And that's how it was originally supposed to be, but no, the Natsu-verse was like, no, let's make the guy commit suicide because he was asked to do so. No, he was supposed to be assassinated by his king as he drank from a spring because the king was a jealous asshole. I think he also wanted the Rheingold from himself because that's how dragon gold works, but anyway. It didn't take long before my grief turned to hatred. Higgins' words are really what set me over the edge. Why doing all that if she knows he did that himself? Her purpose is literally to burn everything to the fucking ground. At this point. Because she found out everything she fucking didn't have a fucking point. So now in this singularity where they're rebelling against human history, her mentality is fucking burn everything. Fuck it all. Let it all burn. That's literally the entire purpose of Mordor! In the end, you never understood a thing. What do you mean? Siegfried agreed to let me end this war by stabbing him in the back. I promised him I would. It was his idea. Just the sort of thing your hero would do, isn't it? But now, as you've seen for yourself, the tragedies continue to pile up. Everything he did, everything I did, it was all for nothing. It's your fault, Grimhild! You should have just stayed in your palace and forgot your need for revenge. Why did we... I don't remember what happened after that very well. What do you mean? You fucking killed him. What the fuck do you mean you don't remember? But according to my records, as I stood in a daze, someone cursed my name and cut me down. It doesn't matter. I never planned on continuing to live there anyway. See, this is what I'm talking about. This entire thing is just them trying to fucking correct their change. This is why she's Batch. This is why she's a fucking berserker instead of a fucking Avenger and all that stuff. But literally, it literally was originally she did everything she fucking could to get close to King Harold, who assassinated her husband because he's a jealous little shit, and fucking kill him. Didn't matter if she lived or not afterwards. All she cared about was killing him. And she did a lot of fucking shit to get to that point. I think she even whored herself out at one point or another. Lots of fucked up shit. My only regret is that damn confession. I see. Yes, I see. This rage. This hatred. It's all your fault. All of it. Oh, nice menacing music for this. Did I never mention I was waiting for him? This is no romance. Far from it. Ours is a ballad of hatred. Nothing more. But the worst thing by far is... it won't be a problem. If Grimhild is rebelling against proper human history, then I'll just have to fight her. He's almost certainly trying to kill me. The worst part is the husband I want to kill also wants to kill me. See what I'm talking about with her fucking crazy logic? The insanity! Pope's High Spirits. Alright, I'll use an apple, but first, let me just throw these guys into the spares. My storage of embers. Anyway, no, not that one. No, it was in my room, that's what it is. Now let me see who the random favorite is this time. Assuming the game doesn't break again, which it might be doing. Nope, okay, it's Sin! The vampire fairy who is a whore. And I'd probably fuck. Behold, Goblin, this is what a Scottish fairy vampire looks like. Because Sin is from Scotland origin. And they're basically vampires that fuck and drain your life. We've somehow managed to, Scotland somehow managed to fuse the concept of a vampire with a succubus together. And make it a fairy. UK fairy lore is fucked. This is why I believe all fae should fucking burn. Especially if they're from England. Especially if they're from England. Anyway, let me see here. To the point I was saying, yep, there's Mecha Man, but I don't have him. Let me see. So here's one case in point where Okiku, I'm kidding, somehow the mecha phase, we have a mecha samurai thing for this servant for some fucking reason. I mean, it looks cool, don't get me wrong, but we have a fucking mecha fetish. Man, I need to use those characters. I mean, they're cool, a lot of them. We have, Golden Boy, who is closer to the front here. Let me see if I can find him. There he is. We have Mr. Golden here, who is from, like... Give me your ID. No. who's from the Heian era, which is like 12th century, and for some fucking reason, this guy, I mean, this outfit's cooler, but this guy has a fucking noble phantasm. You can't use it in game, by the way, but it does pop up in the story, where it's a giant fucking mecha suit, and he calls it Golden Bear, and it's just like, how the fuck do all you Japanese people in your isolationist nation have fucking mecha suits? You people barely understood what a gun was before the Portuguese introduced them to you. How the fuck do you have all these mechas? Let me see, who else from Japan has mecha bullshit? Well, a lot of the Greeks have mecha bullshit too, but that's just because of how they have the Greeks. With their fucking gods. Let me think. Who else had mecha bullshit from Japan? Oh yeah! Mori here. Because for some fucking reason, he gets a mech suit too. This guy was from the warring state of Japan. I have this character just got today. Who, Golden? Mr. Golden? Or Mori here. But anyway, yeah, this man got a fucking mech suit for reasons. He's Chinese though, that don't count. Let's see, who else from Japan has mech suit bullshit? Technically, Danzo. their faces, damn it. Technically, Donzo is literally a mechanized puppet. I mean, she is attractive, do not get me wrong, but she is literally a mechanized puppet. So her entire being is mecha bullshit. And then we literally have fucking mecha Hilly Chat. But that's different. Let's see, who else from Japan had mecha bullshit? Oh, I didn't have them. Anyway. Oh yeah, right, I didn't have them. I think... it might have been all of them that I recall. I think. From Japan, anyway. Pretty sure... yeah, but still, the fact of the matter is you have all these fucking people that have fucking mecha suits for some fucking reason. It's like, dude, really? For some reason the other one didn't count. Anyway. That's weird how that one didn't count. Show me Berserker. Okay. Let me see. We'll list it off for. Here are all the Berserkers. Data loss, ignore that one. But Berserkers. You got Hercules, you got Xerxolot, you got Lupu, you got Spartacus, you got Golden Boy, you got Vlad, you got Good Boy Minotaur, who Asteros, you got My Uncle Believes in Incest, you got the one Persian Emperor, Darius, I think, you got Dragon Stalker, you got Eric, who has been forgotten, you got Tamamo Cat, who's pretty fucking out there in terms of weird shit. You got Frankenstein, you got Beowulf, you got Florence Nightingale, you got Ku Cullen but evil! You got Mama Raiko, you got Ibuki, or not Ibuki, Ibaraki, my bad, who's an Oni. Oni makes sense for Berserkers. Cha-Cha, who's hilarious. She's a fucking berserker. You got one of the versions of Arthur, but a Star Wars reference. You got Mr. Shimshin Goonies over here. You got Penne over here. You got fucking Bunyan. Yes, Paul Bunyan. But there's an interesting story of why Paul Bunyan's a fucking lolly. It's weird. You got Oda Nobunaga's, but in a swimsuit. Swimsuits are weird. You got Atlante, but evil! You got Jaltir in a swimsuit. You got Zhang Yu, who is in this giant fucking mecha suit, mecha centaur body thing, because lost belts are fucking weird. With the white hair. Penne? Yeah, Amazon Penne here, yeah. She can fuck people up. You have God, who honestly I feel like this is like one of the best servants in the entire fucking game. Of course, Mori, as I showed. You got Salem. You got Data Lost, who is, Masashi in a swimsuit. You have another Oni, who is also a dinosaur. Because why the fuck not? You have Brunhilda, but in a swimsuit, who is Super Yandere. You have Galatea, who I have no fucking idea why she's a berserker, to be honest. I kind of don't know why she's a berserker. Morgan? Yeah, Morgan. Oh, God, yes, Morgan. It's because when you progress in a certain part of the story, she technically gets erased from the annuals of history, that's why. Morgan, yes, Morgan is another one of the people I believe is like the best fucking servants in the game. She fucking destroys shit. And she's sexy as fuck. And is a lot willing to have the sex. I approve on a lot of levels. You got Morgan, though. Definitely raise her and level her up as best you can. She is very fucking useful. And then you have, Say in her swimsuit, who's pretty fucking crazy. More sex than dark. I mean, she did have a lot of kids with a lot of different people. And then, of course, Kriemhild, who honestly should be an Avenger, but it's because we gotta fucking fix, Natsu versus fuck up. More sexy than dark, yeah. Yeah, there you go. So, her design is nice, though. We got the morning dress to the... I think she said this was her evil plotter dress, which I'm like, okay, that's nice. To basically wearing a version of armor that is similar to Siegfried's, which I'm like, okay, that's cute. In a sentimental way. And then you have Ibuki, who is a spawn of Orochi, but in a swimsuit. She's interesting, because she's literally a god. And then you have the T-Man, who is a woman because he fused with another person, who is this form. And this one was interesting. This is like two people fused together into one. That happens a lot, by the way. In this fucking universe. Two people fusing into one, or multiple people fusing into one being, is pretty fucking common in this version of Fate. Oh yeah, I got most of the servants. There's a few I'm missing. Most of them are fucking bitches and they don't want to come. And it annoys me. This one's useful though because of the skills. And I just laugh at how this one was fucking... How this one was fucking farted out to be. I'ma fuse this concubine with the T-person. I'm gonna cut... Yeah, right? And then, like I said, you got all these Avengers. Though two of them are like swimsuit versions, and they don't technically count. Because, how swimsuit servants work is it's fucking weird, but don't worry about it. Also, behold, Ranmaru, but in space! Don't think about it too much. Servant-verse is fucking weird. When you get to those events, you will know. But Servant-verse is fucking wild. Also, sexy Oda Nobunaga, MILF form, yes. Much love. Much love. What about assassins? Oh yeah, we got a bunch of those too. Bunch of those. Some kind of don't make sense to me, but I feel like it's almost as inclusive as caster class in terms of criteria, because it's just like, not only is it assassins, it's also like spies and shit like that. Where casters are pretty much like anyone who has Triple IQ magically is in there. But yeah, you got Mr. I invented supersonic speed to kill swallows. You got one of the Hassans. There's a few of the Hassans. You got one of Medusa's sisters, and she's a fucking manipulative little shit. You got the guy who you got the person who almost killed the first Chinese emperor. You got Charles, who was an executioner during the French Revolution. So yeah, it killed a lot of people. You got Phantom of the Opera, who is just kind of weird. Mata Hari, who is very sexy, and I will fuck. You got Carmilla, who in her summer version is very hot, and she's a gilf. Jack the Ripper, who is not Jack the Ripper, but also Jack the Ripper at the same time. It's complicated. You got Jekyll and Hyde, who is probably, like, the worst servant in the game because his kit is atrocious as fuck. I think they're trying to fix him with some of these, advanced quest things that they've been throwing at him. But still, the fact of the matter is, this guy is probably the worst servant in the game. They treated him so fucking bad. His kid is atrocious. I could use just about anyone in this game except Jekyll and Hyde. Jekyll and Hyde fucking sucks. And then, of course, servant versus King Arthur, who wants to kill all sabers. Oh, you got, I'll get to her. You got Shiki, who's a servant from another, a person from another series in the Natsuverse. Very nice. Very nice. Emiya from Fate Zero. Because the counterforce. Another Hassan. You got Shoten Doji, who is sexy. And it's very concerning how sexy she is for that lolly body. Fuma, who's a ninja, another Hassan. Scotcha in a swimsuit, who, anyway. Cleopatra, who's obviously been artisted by the Danganronpa people. Grandpa Hassan, who is the fucking most badass son of a bitch I've ever seen. He will fuck shit up too. Yang Kuei, who's from Water Margin. The lolly version of the Chinese Empress, who's probably one of the greatest rulers of China and also kind of one of the most fucked up, but we don't talk about that. I know what you're talking about. But we'll get to there. Nito in a swimsuit. Very nice ass shot. One of my other ninjas from the Warring States period, and yes, I do laugh that she has this outfit. She's also like cursed by Orochi or something, but anyway. And then we have the Oni neat princess who just wants to be in her room the entire time. And draw manga and be lazy and watch anime and probably masturbates a lot, but anyway. I know who you're talking about. I know who it is. It's Corday. This is the bitch who assassinated Bathtub Man during the French Revolution. She's actually pretty good. And literally one of her fucking skills is literally bullshit planning. Which is hilarious. Then you got Semi, who is hot. I love her. Kind of a bitch, though, but I love her. You got Izo, who actually is really good, too. Especially if you're fighting, like, humanoid people. Like, this man will fuck shit up, and it's great. He's from the Meiji Restoration period. Ushi Wakamaru with the swimsuit, which is actually pretty fun to use. I don't have her, and she's kind of a bitch. Old Man Lee, who will fucking slap shit up, too. Not as great as Old Man Grandpa Hassan, but Lee fucks shit up, too. And then Kama, who I use a lot. She's also, like, one of the 2 incarnations of Death by Snoo Stew. I'm not fucking kidding. This is like the Hinduese god of love. Should be a man, is a woman, because possessed the body of Sakura from the Fate Stay Night world. And she also comes in 3 forms: Demon MILF, Teenager, and Jailbait. And she will have absolutely no problem having sex with you in whatever fucking form you want. She does not fucking care. You got Gray from one of the other side stories, if you will, for the Fate-verse, which she's a clone, kind of King Arthur. Kind of. Why does Emiya look like he's so gloomy? Well, that's because the Counterforce took him and was like, you're gonna be our hitman now. So literally his entire existence is, I'm just set where the Counterforce wants me to go kill things. Because the Counterforce be like that. And then you have Okita in a swimsuit who doesn't suffer from a terminal disease, which is nice. You have the Tengu who taught Ushi Wakamaru how to do things in childhood. Only because Tengu, how Tengu work is, they can be whatever the fuck they want to be in terms of gender and form. Hogan here just feels like being a woman. So yeah. But they can swap fucking genders as much as they want, because Tengu magic. And then you have one version of Koyans, because there's 2 versions for reasons. And this one is the one with the bunny suit, so yes. And then you have the Valkyries in swimsuits. Technically, this is 2 Valkyries in one. I chose the one that I found the most adorable because, yes. You have the older sister, you have the middle sister, and you have the young sister, which for some reason I do not fucking have in the data thing, but whatever. And then you have another character from the water margin, only this one is a fusion of a Greek monster too, which is why her legs are constantly on fire. And should also be a dude. But she's a chick, because she fused with that Greek monster thing. And now she basically dies if you ever talk shit about her. I'm not fucking kidding. If you say she's the worst, she will literally fucking die. And she constantly craves praising. Because if you don't praise her, she will fucking die. I said, some of these servant ideas they get are fucking wild. Anyway, what time is it? 2 o'clock? About? Okay. My everything. Gills the caster? Not bad. He's actually pretty useful. And personality-wise, he's not a dick. So I like him. See, it's funny because of how they have gills in those two forms. Well, technically, you also have the three forms because there's kid version, but don't worry about that. Not round one, but it's kind of amusing how they have it, and this is why it's interesting seeing like different versions of like the same servant. Because this version, original Archer version of Gilgamesh, represents when he was first king of Alter, or whatever the fuck it's pronounced as. Yeah, she did. Like I said, she's fucking like that. But, like I said, it's amusing how they treat Gilgamesh here, because this version of Gilgamesh is the more powerful one, but this is also when he was a tyrannical dick. And also when he was going on adventures with Enkidu later. But this represents the version of Gilgamesh where he was a tyrannical dick. And he was such a tyrannical dick that he actually passed a law in his city that states, if you get married, by the law I'm decreeing right now, have the right to sleep with your wife on your wedding night. I am not fucking kidding. He literally put NTR into law. This fucking guy. And that only stopped when Enkidu approached him and told him that was wrong, and then proceeded to try and beat the shit out of him. To which Gilgamesh was like, okay, fine, I'll resent the law. But it was because of that fight that they grew to respect and became best friends. But still, that was fucking funny. Where the caster version represents the later stage of his life, where after he's adventured out and Enkidu's dead and he kind of just mellowed out, and this is him being a good fucking king and not being an asshole, and this is the more likable version of him. Yeah, I'm not fucking kidding. Look it up. It's part of the Epic of Gilgamesh. He literally passed a law when he was being a tyrannical douchebag of Uruk, saying, when you get married, I am required by law to sleep with your wife on your wedding night. I am not fucking kidding. The man put NTR into law. I am not fucking kidding at all. But it's, you know, not unheard of or uncommon at this point, considering how Enkidu learned how fucking human language worked, how they had this guy learn how humanity works. Because that was a funny story, because Enkidu, obviously, this guy ain't a person. He's like a sentient weapon. And so when it was like born, it was just running around in the woods like a wild fucking animal or whatever. So then a holy prostitute. Yes. A holy prostitute approached Enkidu and was like, hey, do you want to have sex? And while we're having sex, I'll teach you how to speak English and how to human. And somehow that got through to Enkidu, and so they had sex for like, I don't know, fucking 3 days straight. And also somehow taught Enkidu how to English Well, technically, whatever fucking language they spoke back then in Mesopotamia. But still, the concept remains. Had sex for at least 3 days straight, and somehow taught the man how to speak and think like a human at the same fucking time. That fucking bitch was a champ. Brother was a mess. Oh yeah, Gilgamesh was a dick at the early reign. Definitely was a dick. But then, like I said, it's funny with fucking Enkidu's story too, so it's not fucking unheard of. And then I think it was soon after Enkidu learned how to human. That was when he went to Uruk and listened to the citizens complaining about how Gilgamesh was a dick. And they were really complaining about how Gilgamesh basically passed the NTR law. And then Enkidu barely fucking understanding human concepts, but understanding them so well that he knew that that shit was wrong, went to Gilgamesh and fucking fought the man to a draw. And, like, Gilgamesh is like a fucking, like, demigod, and Enkidu here is like a godly weapon. So they fought each other to a fucking draw. And Gilgamesh was like, okay, I'm gonna rescind the NTR law for you, buddy. We're best friends now. And so they went on a bunch of adventures and shit together afterwards. And that gradually led to Gilgamesh to not being a fucking dick anymore. So, Epic of Gilgamesh is fucking wild, but most of these legends are, so... But I just found it funny learning about this shit. I'm like, this man had fucking sex for 3 days straight and somehow learned how to be human. And the other guy passed a fucking NTR law. It's some funny shit though, I swear. It's some fucking funny shit. The lucky was, yeah, I know, right? I just laughed that there's fucking holy prostitutes. I think the story about that is like they're like people that are chosen to have sex with divine creatures or beings or whatever during rituals or some shit. But still, I just found it funny when I learned of that. I'm like, a fucking holy prostitute, what the fuck? Real funny how that shit worked out. Really is. Like I said, these legends are fucking wild. They really are. Hello, who the fuck messaging me here? God damn it. Anyway. Alright. It's about 2 o'clock. I'm gonna... Oh, fucking goddamn microphone every time. I'm gonna break for about 2 hours. Yeah. Break for about 2 hours. Do some stuff. And then we'll be back again with this stuff. See how far we can get. I don't know if I'll complete the whole thing. But we're definitely going to get close because there's only like 22, 23 sections. So we got about 5 more. So that's not bad. But yeah. So... round yeah, like I said, about 2 hours from now, I plan on continuing this shit. And we'll kind of just go from there. I am definitely, though, during that time, going to break for dinner. And then probably just continue on for a little bit. And then, yeah, we'll see how things go. Anyway, thanks, people, for coming by, at least saying hello. I do appreciate it. Excuse me. Have a good morning, evening, afternoon, whatever goddamn times you guys are in. And we'll see you all again next time, whenever the hell I stream. So bye-bye, have a wonderful time. We'll see you later.